Hi, Brian Hughes, Program Director and PGA Master Professional here at Keiser University's College of Golf. Right on the heels of his Masters victory, we're going to talk a little Scottie Scheffler golf swing today. Please, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find this as well as a whole other great content on the game of golf. Wow, what a great performance from Scottie Scheffler. Wonderful player, great Masters victory, showed all aspects of his game and easily the hottest player on the PGA Tour right now. And this guy has a history of winning, which I think is really important. I read the other day that he'd won 90 junior tournaments out of 170 some that he played in. Incredible record. I don't care what level you're at. So the fact that he's winning on the tour now shouldn't surprise anybody. What is interesting, though, is that his golf swing fits into the category of, I wouldn't teach it, but I wouldn't change it. An interesting movement. A lot of people have commented on this. So let's take a couple minutes here and we'll just look at some of the really good elements of it and some that maybe I wouldn't recommend. First of all, Scottie sets up to a golf ball just beautifully. He's tall, sets up nice and square. Great posture, doing all the things that you should do to get ready to hit a golf ball. From there, as we watch his golf swing, you're going to see things pretty traditional looking. Brings the golf club back to one of the first positions we always check, and that's the shaft parallel to the ground. Shaft is perfect relative to where it is to his hands. The target line, really textbook. Continues to take the golf club up to the top. Nice long arc. At this point in time, not really out of the ordinary. So what's all this talk about Scottie Scheffler's swing looking strange? Well, on the way down, he does some things that are a little unique, most of which has been focused on what happens with his feet. And as you watch his feet, we see his feet actually go backwards away from the golf ball. Now, in the modern game, players are taught to use the ground a lot more with their golf swings. Back in the old days when I learned to play, you had to keep your feet fairly quiet. It was recommended that you didn't move them all that much. Well, we see Scottie, we see Justin Thomas, we see Lexi Thompson. It's very common for the footwork to be much more all over the place nowadays than what it used to be. But what really stands out to me is we're going to go to the other end of his body. I'm going to play that video again, and I want you to see how much his head moves back away from the golf ball. So there right now, the top of his hat, we see a tree right in the background here. Now, watch the space between that top of his hat and that tree get wider and wider. His head has moved back a considerable amount along with his body. That's very unusual. And that's one of those things that if I saw your average player doing that, they're likely to mishit a lot of shots, hit shots on the toe, and be very inconsistent with their golf swings. Like I said, wouldn't teach it, but I certainly wouldn't change it. And that's one of the key elements of the golf game. How consistently can you make the movements you make? How predictable is your ball flight? And if the answer is very predictable, I don't see much reason to change it. So, and then learn to make every putt you look at like he does too. That'll help too. So, if you have any comments you want to add, please put them in our comment section below and stay tuned for more videos.